our honorable Mother Nation. Today, this formal training ends, but the learnings begin. Graduation is not a termination, but a commencement. It is also a special moment for your parents, friends, and of course your beloved instructors who have given their best to take you to these heights.
Service to nature, its sacred service. With evolving developments and insurmountable pressure on forests, significance and challenges of forest service is increasing day by day. Forest service is unique and noble due to its various facets of evolving forestry. The foresters grow forest, conserve forest, protect forest, and with evolving climate change scenario, they are going to protect for future generations. He has to be a protector, conservator, motivator, educator, and so on. So we call this service a sacred service. एक बार फिर से मैं इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित सभी अतिथियों का कैसफोस कोयम्बटूर परिवार की तरफ से हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन करता हूं। आप सभी की गरिमामय उपस्थिति ने हमारा उत्साहवर्धन किया है और इस समारोह में एक नई ऊर्जा का संचार किया है। भारत संस्कृति और परंपराओं का देश है। अनगिनत परिवर्तनों के बाद भी अतिथि का भगवान के रूप में स्वागत करने की प्राचीन भारतीय परंपरा जीवित रही है और अतिथि देवो भव की भावना का निर्वहन करते हुए हमें अत्यंत गर्व की अनुभूति होती है। Now I would like to invite Miss Pratiksha Kale Nana Sahib 2020-22 batch SFS trainee from Maharashtra to present the bouquet to today's chief guest Srimati Mamta Sanjeev Dubey, IFS Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Head of Forest Force, Government of Uttar Pradesh. Thank you, Pratiksha ma'am. Now I would like to invite Mr. Danish Khan, SFS trainee from Jammu and Kashmir, to present the bouquet to Shri Anurag Bharadwaj, IFS Additional Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Director Forest Education, Dehradun. Thank you, Danish sir. Now I would like to invite Mr. Abhishek Kumar Rai, SFS trainee from Uttar Pradesh, to present the bouquet to Shri L. Chandrasekhar, IFS Additional Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Chief Vigilance Officer, Corporation and Coal India Limited. Thank you, Abhishek sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fortunate enough to have Shri Anurag Bharadwaj, IFS Director Forest Education among us. Sir is a 1993 batch IFS officer from Rajasthan cadre. He has specialization in wildlife and protected area management. He has served in ICFRE Dehradun, Andhra Pradesh Forest Academy, Hyderabad, Indian Plywood Industries Research and Training Institute, Bengaluru, and FRI Dehradun. Sir has got State Award for outstanding contribution in implementation of World Bank assisted ICDS third project in 2004. He has also been awarded for his outstanding contribution in implementation of Mukhyamantri Jal Swavalamban Abhiyan in 2016, an innovation award for the use of IT and GIS platform by Department of Industries, Government of Rajasthan in 2017. Now, may I request Shri Anurag Bharadwaj, IFS Director Forest Education, Dehradun, to deliver welcome address. So please.
Very good morning to all of you, all the ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar. It's my proud privilege to welcome Srimati Mamta Sanjeev Dubey, IFS, of Forest Department and chief guest of today's function. Ma'am, it's an honor to have you here, and I can vouch for the fact that she could spare time from the pressing arrangements, and still she came very late last night. Ma'am took the trouble of still, even in very late hour, ma'am interacted with the trainee officers from both SFS, from CASFOS as well as TNFA, to understand their takes, understand their perspective as they are just getting into the service. So it's an honor, ma'am, to welcome you, and it's our privilege that you could be the chief guest of today's function. I also warmly welcome L. Chandrasekhar. He's the guest of honor for today's function as additional BCC and CEO Neyveli Lignite Corporation, and also an ex-faculty of CASFOS. He had a very longish, almost 7-year tenure here as faculty. So you're also welcome to today's function. I also welcome ABCCF and Principal of the Academy, Mr. Thiru, and the architect of today's function. And this is my second from passing out ceremony which I am attending, ma'am. And I can say with the surety that as always the planning has been meticulous till now, and he is very thorough. So we give him credit for that, and you're lucky to have him as your principal. I also welcome Dr. Senthil. Dr. Senthil is faculty here. Mr. Karte is the post director of today's function. Mr. Vidyasagar, Mr. Anish Kalpur, additional director TNFA is also here. So I also welcome on our behalf all the distinguished guests, the guest faculty, SFS trainees of 2022-24 batch, SFS trainees of the 2022 course, their parents, staff members of the academy, guests from press and media, and all the other ladies and gentlemen who are present in this hall. As you know, the Directorate of Forest Education is coordinating and guiding the professional training and in-service training of all state forest service officers and forest range officers since almost more than 7 decades. This institution the setup is almost more than 7 decades old now. The Madras College itself, where we are sitting now, this college was this was also probably one of the first and foremost forestry institutions which was set up in the country during British era, and then subsequently it was bifurcated as State Forest Service College, which now goes by the name of Central Academy for State Forest Service, CASFOS, and the Range Officers Academy College that was now transferred to Tamil Nadu Forest Department, and it functions as TNFA. So it's a very old forestry legacy which is associated with this campus, and all the trainees who are passing out and all the trainees who are undergoing trainings, they are lucky to be associated and have these institutions as their alma maters. I would just like to mention that the CASFOS has so far trained 861 SFS officers in 26 batches and 369 rank officers in 14 batches. Today, the 27th batch is consisting of 44 officers is passing out today. And out of these 14 officers, 18 officers are from Uttar Pradesh, 12 from Maharashtra, 10 from J&K, 2 from Tamil Nadu, 1 each from Mizoram and Chhattisgarh. This training started 2 years back on 23rd November 2020. One batch is presently undergoing training, the 28th batch. And as you know, the training setup is governed by Entrance and Training Rules 2004 for SFS officers and for FROs, which were notified by Government of India in 2004. So that is the broad mandate which all the training academies have to adhere to. We now propose draft rules for SFX, which are now probably this year itself or in the first quarter of next year. The SFS new induction training rules will be notified. They've already finalized. FRO also, we are working on revising the module training curriculum for and rules for FRO trainees also. So probably in next 1 year we hope to fulfill that target also. The officers, as per the present entrance and training rules mandate, the officers had studied 19 subjects during their training. They had visited various forest types, witnessed the good practices of various state forest departments during their tours. They studied the management issues of territorial forests, of protected areas, tiger reserves, zoos, rescue centers, forest research institutes, and all other forest-related institutions. They have also undergone all the modules which are specified under the entrance and training rules, which include nursery, plantation cultural operations, mensuration exercise, marking and logging exercise, road alignment exercise, working land exercise, and ecological census techniques. Additionally, the academy also took the initiative, though it is not specified under the rules, but the academy took the initiative to undertake 2 more modules. One is the jungle survival module and the other is the combat training exercise at Satyamangalam. Wildlife crime module was coordinated by Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, Chennai, and the swimming module was held in association with Bharatiya University. Additionally, the trainees had also undergone working plan this time. I think it's a very laudable initiative. They did this at 2 places. Earlier, the practice was that the working plan used to be held at one place. Now, this time, looking at the composition of SFS trainees, they split the training working plan exercise in two parts. One module was held at Chakarata division for J&K, Mizoram and UP officer trainings, and the other module was held at Bolampeti for Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh and Chhattisgarh officer trainings. So this was also an initiative of the academy, and I place my appreciation of this initiative on the top. And we try at DFE level along with all the academies, we try to ensure that we impart the best training skills to the trainees. I'm sure all the faculty here have put in a lot of efforts towards this objective, and I take this opportunity to thank all the members of the faculty, of guest faculties, resource persons who handled the modules, and the field officers who shared their knowledge and time during those and enriched the knowledge of the trainees. I wish you all grand success in your career. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for the welcome address and blessings. Now, I would like to request Sri V. Trinav Karasu, IFS Principal CASFOS Coimbatore, to kindly present the principal's report. Sir, please.
The most respected chief guest of today's convocation, Srimati Mamta Sanjeev Dubey, the member of Indian Forest Service, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Head of Forest Force, Department of Forest, Government of Uttar Pradesh, respected Director Forest Education, Sri Anurag Bharadwaj, my good friend and batchmate, former faculty of CASFOS, and today's guest of honor, Sri L. Chandrasekhar, Additional Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Chief Vigilance Officer, Naval Ignite Corporation, Tamil Nadu, respected Dr. Punnikannan, Director, Institute of Forest Genetics and Tree Weeding, Coimbatore, respected Director of Botanical Survey of India, respected Dr. Muralidharan, Director, Salim Ali Center for Ornithology, Sri Ashok Kumar, District Forest Officer, Coimbatore, scientists from IFGTB, officers from Tamil Nadu Forest Department, SECON, BSI, TNAU, guest faculties, Dr. Kotishwaran, Sri Chandrasekhar, Srimati Ambika Sitaraman, other guest faculties, my esteemed faculty members, CASFOS family, Forest Range Officer Trainees of Tamil Nadu Forest Academy, Coimbatore, the Officer Trainees of Tamil Nadu Officer Trainees of State Forest Service 20 to 24 batch, the passing out State Forest Officer Trainees of 2022 batch, their family members, friends and relatives, distinguished guests, representatives from digital and print media, ladies and gentlemen, a warm greetings and good morning to all of you. We are proud and privileged to have Srimati Mamta Sanjeev Dubey, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Head of Forest Post, Government of Uttar Pradesh Department as a chief guest. Director of Forest Education, Sri Anurag Bharadwaj, who is presiding over this function, and Sri L. Chandrasekhar as guest of honor for this wonderful occasion of passing out convocation. With full commitment and sincerity, I present this course report. The Central Academy of State Forest Service, Coimbatore, was established in the year 1980 as an erstwhile State Forest Service College to provide induction training to the State Forest Service officers. It became Central Academy for State Forest Service in August 2009. Our sphere of activity was extended to induction training for Forest Range officers from the year 2000. I proudly announce that we have gave induction training to 869 State Forest Service officers and 405 Forest Range officers in this distinguished institution. Today, the convocation is being held for the 27th batch of State Forest Service officers who joined this institution in November 2020. The 24 months of SFS induction course leads to the award of Diploma in Forestry. This 27th State Forest Officers batch has 44 officers, which includes 6 lady officer trainees. After 44 trainees, 18 are from Uttar Pradesh, 12 from Maharashtra, 10 from Jammu Kashmir, 2 from Tamil Nadu, 1 each from Mizoram and Chhattisgarh. The diploma course covers a range of forestry and wildlife topics along with 5 major study tools and 5 field exercises. The subjects covered during the course were general botany, mathematics, application of modern tools and technology, silviculture, forest resource assessment, forest survey, forest engineering, adverse influence on forest, forest utilization, forest policy and law, ecology and environmental sciences, forest resource management, natural resource management, forest economics, biodiversity conservation and management, joint forest management and tribal development, human resource development, and forest accounts and office procedure. The 24 months induction training is conducted in a sandwich pattern. In the first phase, 15 subjects were covered. After that, the trainees were attached in their respective states for 4 months on the on-the-job training. In the advanced phase, 4 subjects were taught. The extensive study tools and field access constitutes about 30% of the training period and are planned meticulously to ensure that the trainees are exposed to different biogeographic zones for about 148 days during their training period. The present batch was taken to states such as Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, West Bengal, Odisha and Uttar Pradesh. The tours gave exposure on subjects like various forest types, botanization of important representative species of various forest types, provenance style experiments, seed stand selection and candidate clusters, ecotourism management, human wildlife conflict management, tribal livelihood development, high altitude flora and fauna, species conservation programs, zoological park management, wood-based industries, joint forest management activities, marine national park management, tea plantation operations, bamboo felling, management of timber depot and sale, bamboo-based livelihood activities, exposure to wild animal rescue, forest development corporation activities, non-timber forest products processing, value addition, protected area and ecotourism management in tiger reserves, urban wildlife management, wetland ecosystem management, captive breeding of wild animals, coastal settlement plantations, grassland ecosystem management, mangrove ecosystem, marine turtle conservation, community-based ecotourism, northeastern region and afforestation activities in mining areas, development of eco parks, eco development activities in protected areas, preparation of microplant, coral reef ecosystem, restoration activities, felling and logging operations managed by corporations, butterfly park management, etc. The other highlights of the training were, for the first time, Academy has introduced wildlife management plan exercise in Siriyuliputtur Megamalai Tiger Reserve in Tamil Nadu in association with Wildlife Institute of India. Nursery and plantation techniques module was conducted in the campus itself. Survey and watershed management exercise was conducted at Ooty by Institute of Soil and Water Conservation, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Nilgiris. The jungle survival and combat training by Special Task Force Tamil Nadu Park Police Department was conducted in Satyamangala. Joint forest management and microplant preparation was done at Kalakadu Tiger Reserve, Tamil Nadu Forest Department in Tirunelveli. Capacity building and training on wildlife crimes by Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, Chennai. The working plan exercise, as already informed by our respected DFE, was conducted in two different places, Kanasar and Chakrata for UP JNK trainees and Bolambeti for Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and Chhattisgarh trainees. The institution has well-maintained playground, spacious pavilion, good gymnasium and is regarded as one of the best in Coimbatore with facilities for football, cricket, volleyball, basketball, ball badminton, shuttle badminton, lawn tennis and table tennis. Strict attendance has always been enforced for physical training in the morning and games in the evening. Trainees were given yoga training on every Mondays. Besides, they were given special training on unarmed combat. Apart from the principal, 5 senior Indian Forest Services are serving in this institution. They are Dr. K. Anand and Dr. Senthil Kumar from Jammu and Kashmir cadre, Dr. Vidyasa Agmut cadre, Sri Karthik from Odisha cadre, and just now Srimati Pradeepa was worked for almost 7 years, have left to Maharashtra. The PT and games was imparted by Mr. Munisamy and assisted by Mr. Srinivas. Dr. D. M. Muruganathan, professor from Bharatiya University, retired from Bharatiya University, Coimbatore. Dr. Gopalakrishnan, retired professor from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore. Sri R. Sridhar, computer faculty from Coimbatore. Sri V. Jayaprakasan, ACF retired, Chennai. Dr. S. V. Koteswaran, the former Dean of Agriculture Engineering College and Research Institute, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Dr. V. Mohan, scientist, the retired scientist from Institute of Genetics and Tree Breeding, Coimbatore, Dr. E. V. Anup, Professor and Head, College of Forestry, Thrissur, Sri Dhanraju, DCF retired, Sri G. Chandrasekharan, DCF retired, Srimati Ambika Sitaraman, Director, Silver Tongue Institute, Coimbatore, Dr. M. Shankar, Director, retired, SECON, Dr. N. S. Malavaran, Additional Director of Veterinary and Animal Husbandry and former veterinary officers have been part of our eminent guest faculty who have taught them for the last 2 years. Library and computer facilities. Officer trainees were given systematic exposure in the use of computers and GPS. To augment their communication skills, trainees were given topics for presentation on a regular basis. We established a state-of-the-art computer lab with 40 computers with broadband net facilities. Computer facilities have been extended to the trainees hostel also. Our library, one of the best, has more than 11,000 books and received about 21 inland and foreign periodicals. It has a reprographic service, digital herbarium, and connected through intranet to know the availability of books, academic notifications, etc. Extracurricular activities. The Officer Trainees Association nurtures the cultural and literary talents of the trainees, manages the officers' mess, look after the indoor games facilities and gymnasium. Cultural evenings were organized to mark specific occasion. The Officer Trainees Association brings out a literary magazine called Santharoma with articles of contemporary interest by the trainees, faculty, staff and alumni. Special lectures and functions organized. On the occasion of World Elephant Day, Sri Bhuminathan, Landscape Coordinator of WWF India Western Ghats Nilgiri Landscape, delivered a lecture on elephant habitat. Sri Maria Dominic Savio, Scientist, Institute of Genetics and Tree Breeding, developed a bamboo species and has delivered a lecture on wondergrass on World Bamboo Day. Dr. Parthasankar Chowdhury, the Professor and former Head Department of Ecology and Environmental Science, Assam University, Silchar, has delivered a lecture on rhino introduction, types and present status, marking the occasion of World Rhino Day. Sri Anwardeen, Additional Principal Chief Consultant of Forest Working Plan, on the occasion of Wildlife Week, delivered a lecture on Protected Area Network and Wildlife Management. Dr. M. Shankar, the retired Director of SECON, delivered a lecture on Tiger Census Technique to mark the occasion of Tiger Day. Sri Joseph Reginald, the bird conservation activist, has delivered a lecture on bird conservation on the occasion of World Sparrow Day. Sri Ramasubramaniam, Conservator of Forest and Field Director, Annamalai Tiger Reserve, delivered a lecture on forest conservation on World Forestry Day. Dr. H. N. Kumaran, Principal Scientist SECON, delivered a lecture on bird diversity conservation and Indian perspective on International Biological Day. Dr. Kunnikannan, the Director of Institute of Genetics and Tree Breeding, delivered a lecture on Introduction to Floral Diversity in India. On the occasion of World Elephant Day, Dr. N. S. Manogaran, the Additional Director, Retired Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Service, delivered a lecture on awareness about preservation and protection of world's elephants. On the occasion of Wildlife Week, Dr. A. Balasubramaniam, Professor, Forest College and Research Institute, Metropolitan, delivered a lecture on biodiversity conservation. Srimati Divya, the Tamil Nadu Police Service Additional Superintendent of Police, delivered a lecture on Corruption-Free India for a Developed Nation as part of the Wildlife Vigilance Awareness Week. We have also conducted some special lectures during this 2 years period. Sri Pavendan, Tamil Nadu Butterfly Society, delivered a lecture on Introduction to Butterflies and their role in ecosystem. Sri Gauri Sankar, Director and Founder, Kalinga Center for Rainforest Ecology, Akumbe, Karnataka, has delivered a lecture on Introduction to Herpetofauna. Mr. George Eapen from AgriFence Limited has demonstrated about the effectiveness of electric fence. Dr. Darshan from Kumaraguru Engineering College has conducted a day's module on the role of drone technology in forestry. Sri Vijay Karthikeyan has delivered a lecture on training on cyber security. Sri Murugan, the State Information Commissioner, retired, has conducted a session on RTI, Right to Information Act. Dr. A.J.T. John Singh has conducted a one-day module on mammals of India. In addition to that, since the officers are passing out, we have conducted a state-specific modules with the officers from the respective states. Sri Raja Mohan, Chief Conservator of Forest Planning, Government of Uttar Pradesh, has conducted a module for Uttar Pradesh officers. Sri Satyajit Gujar, IFS, Chief Conservator for Aurangabad, has done a specific module for Maharashtra officers. Sri Shentil Kumar, Chief Conservator of Forest, Jammu and Kashmir, has conducted a module for the state of Jammu and Kashmir. All the examinations were conducted with utmost fairness and accomplished through CASFOS faculty, officers, scientists from the IFGTB, faculty from Forest College and Research Institute, Tamil Nadu Agricultural Institute, officers from Tamil Nadu Forest Department and retired forest officers. On this occasion, I express my sincere thanks to them. COVID-19 activities. We were very fortunate to complete all mandatory classroom and field exercise in physical mode in spite of the COVID-19 pandemic by arranging COVID-19 vaccination to all our officer trainees well on time and by observing the COVID-19 prevention protocols. We have tried hard to train our officer trainees to make them skillful, application oriented and adept in communication. I hope that they have assimilated the inputs well. I am sure each one of you feel far different from what you were 24 months before. Successful completion of the training calls for a collective effort. On this occasion, I extend my sincere thanks to the Director of Forest Education for his earnest support, as well as our team of faculty members, staff, and our regular guest faculty for their wholehearted cooperation. I express my deep gratitude to the forest officials of all states and union territories where our trainees have gone on to. Without their cooperation, it would have been hard to conduct the tours successfully. We place on record for the sincere gratitude and cooperation we receive from the forest departments of various states and union territories, the Institute of Forest and Tree Breeding, Tamil Nadu Forest Academy, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Botanical Survey of India, Tamil Nadu Police Department, CPWD and CCU. On this joyous day, on behalf of the Director of Forest Education staff, in the august presence of Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Head of Forest Force, Government of Uttar Pradesh, I extend my heartiest congratulations and best wishes to the officer trainees who have just completed their training successfully. You are embarking on a demanding career ahead, where the basic skills and knowledge provided by us will be useful, and I am sure you would accomplish any tasks with confidence. If that happens, it shall be a gratifying moment to me as well as all of our training faculty. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words and this detailed overview of the course. Now, I would like to request to play a short movie on the unforgettable training moments of 2020-22 SFS batch.
चमक प्यारे दंगल 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 सूरज तेरा चढ़ता ढलता गर्दिश में करते हैं तारे तेरा चढ़ता ढलता गर्दिश में करते हैं तारे दंगल 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 दंगल
time. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a much awaited event in every officer trainee's life, as it gives an immense feel of achievement and a sense of responsibility towards fulfilling further commitments. Here at CASFOS, we value the intellectual and physical capital of an officer trainee, nurture them with a perfect blend through the traditional as well as contemporary ways and means. Towards the comprehensive development of an officer's personality, you will be the face of the middle and top forest executive in their respective regions. This batch of State Forest Service officers have successfully tread past this major leap in their lives and embarked on a new one now. Today is truly a momentous day in your lives, a day of celebration that you will look back on and remember always. Well done, savor this day. Though the 24 months of training were challenging, but it ends with a sweet fruit in hand. That is the very reason we all assembled here to taste the fruits of success right now. So it's time to acknowledge the talent of our brimming officers. And now I would like to invite Dr. V.S. Senthil Kumar, IFS Faculty and Controller of Examinations, CASFOS Coimbatore, to kindly declare the results. Sir, please.
Respected Chief Guest of this convocation function, PCCF and HOF of Government of UP Ma'am, Director of Forest Education, Guest of Honor, respected Principal, my dear faculty colleagues, Director IUGDP, Director BSI, guest faculty members, Additional Director, TNFA, Range Officer Trainees from TNFA, 22-24 batch SFS officers, and passing out batch 2022 SFS officers. Ladies and gentlemen, once again warm welcome and very good morning to all of you. It's always been a long, enduring and arduous journey of the forest officers who are coming to the training component similar to the long gestation period of crops. Nevertheless, it's very critical and vital in grooming and influencing into professional and noble field officers. There is a quote from revered Tamil poet Thiruvalluvar in Thirukural. Devatharadinum muyachchidan mevartha koodithanum. It means even if it is something which is not possible by the God, the perseverance, if you are doing the perseverance, with the perseverance, it will pay off. So I have the honor of being controller of examination, and it is really a great moment for me to declare the results today. For the information of everyone, the professional course of SFS officers involve 24 months of training, which is divided into two phases. One first phase of 16 months duration in the academy, and second or advanced phase in the academy for a period of 4 months. In between there is a OJT training, on-job training for the period of 4 months. The explanation about the number of subjects which was taught to you was already mentioned by the principal in his report. A total of 19 subjects were taught with 5 major tours and 4 field exercises. The evaluation part is concerned, the evaluation is being done for the total of 5650, that is 5650 marks, which includes viva voce and contact mass, combining with the items mentioned already. Dear ladies and gentlemen, there is no victory without a battle, no testimony without a test. and no miracle without impossible circumstances. It's my proud privilege to declare the results of 27th professional course 2022 batch of State Forest Officers. There are 44 State Forest Officers from 6 states. I am happy to declare and inform that all of them have completed the course successfully. Out of the 44 officer trainees, 32 have secured honors diploma. The honors diploma is conferred on trainees who have secured 75% marks and above the total number of marks, along with the credit of clearing all subjects in your first attempt. The remaining 11 officer trainees have secured diploma certificates. Now, I will be calling the names of the trainees in their roll numbers for receiving the certificates. May I request the Chief Guest, Srimati Mamta Sanjeev Dubey ma'am, to please hand over the certificates, and later on certain trainees are getting medals for them also. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Abhishek Kumar Rai. He has got 86.11% and secured 7th rank. Abid Ali Loan. He has got 85.42% and second 9th position. Anand Kumar Pushkar. He secured 83.04% and secured 15th position. Anupam Chakma. 64.11, 43rd position. Aniket Bhagwan Patil, 83.55%, 14th position. Animesh Govardhan, 85.59%, 20th position. Mr. Anjani Kumar Srivastav, Mr. Anjani Kumar Srivastav, 79.95%, 21st position. Mr. Anshuman Mittal, Mr. Anshuman Mittal, 83.66%, 13th position. Mr. Arvind Kumar Ram, 68.43%, 41st position. Mr. Pankaj Ramanuj Madhusudan, 78.2%, 25th position. Ms. Bhanupriya, 81.47%, 18th position. Mr. Danish Khan, 86.11%, 7th position. Mr. Davinder Kumar, 73.68%, 37%. Mr. Dharmendra Dwivedi, 75.49%, 32nd position. Mr. Faisal Farooq, 82.24%, 16th position. Mr. Govind Prashad, 74.1%, 35th position. Mr. Jitendra Kumar, 67.04%, 42nd position. Pratiksha Nana Sahib, 89.37%, second position. Miss Karishma Rohidas Rao Kavade, 80.70%, 19th position. Ms. Dimbamar Pooja Shyam, 87.74%, 5th position. Mr. Lode Vishal Bhagwat, 79.43%, 22nd position. Mr. Mayank Agarwal, 85.17%, 10th position. Mr. Mayank Pandey, 81.72%, 17th position. Misal Ganesh Popat, 77.17%, 22nd position. 27th position. Mohammad Iftikhar Zaman, 79.06%, 23rd position. Ms. Namrata Pandey, 89.7%, secured first position. Kumar Rashid Khan, 77.13%, 28th position. Ramesh Chauhan, 69.28%, 39th position. Ravikant Swajirao, 72.56%, 38th position. Mr. Santosh Kumar Verma, 68.96%, 14%. Sheikh Tawsif Sheikh Haider, 73.96%, 36%. Mr. Shakil Ahmed, 78.28%, 24th position. So Sheikh Nozan, 87.92%. Rajesh Kumar Suresh, 77.95%, 26th position. Ms. Sujita Sharma, 88.77%, 7th position. Sudarshan Singh, 76.8%, 13th position. So Suresh Kumar Yan, 77.303%, 29th position. Mr. Sushil Kumar Singh, 74.58%, 34th position. Mr. Varun Pratap Singh, Mr. Varun Pratap Singh, 83.98%, 12th position. Mr. Vimal Kishore Bhardwaj, 75.88%, 31st position. Mr. Vinay Kumar Singh, 86.89%, 6th position. Mr. Vishal Chaudhary, 84.52%, 11th position. Gaurav Sanket Uttam Rao, 74.9%, 33rd position. The event does not stop here. Another splendid moment for all of you. First, it is a time to declare the winners of various medals. Ministry of Environment and Forest Climate Change offers 4 different categories of medals for different group of subjects for their outstanding performance. There are 3 silver medals and 1 gold medal. So far, we have seen those who are getting positions at the back are getting good appreciation rather than first positions. So let us start with this award medal giving ceremony. The silver medal for ecology is for the trainee who has scored maximum aggregate marks in the following subjects, namely ecology and environmental sciences and biodiversity conservation and management. And this silver medal goes to Shri Vinit Kumar Singh. The silver medal for forest management and working plan is for the trainee who has scored maximum aggregate marks in the subject of forest resource management, working plan, environmental economics and HRD and management, and this medal goes to Ms. Namrata Pandey. The silver medal for the best all-rounder officer trainee and most practical forester is for the trainee who has scored maximum aggregate marks in the following subjects, namely silviculture 1 and 2, forest utilization 1 and 2, forest policy and law, forest accounts and procedure, field training in OJT, conduct marks and 2 marks, and this medal goes to Ms. Suchitra Sarma. And lost the gold medal. The gold medal for topper is the trainee who has secured highest aggregate marks in the batch, and this medal goes to Ms. Namrata Pandey. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Please. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Now I take this opportunity to thank our principal, Mr. V. Tirunavakar sir, for providing me the chance to work as a controller of examination. I am equally grateful to Mr. Manjunath Rao, the superintendent, along with the team of his staff, including Prashant, Ms. Anandi, Pradeep, who worked tirelessly day and night in compiling the results and publishing the same. Without his hard work and contribution, this would not have been achieved. No words are there to mention my gratitude to Mr. Muniyasamy, physical instructor, and Mr. Rafi, the librarian, for their help in displaying the results along with the multimedia presentation. And final words for the trainees of 2022 batch. Now you are a well-qualified professional forester, and greater expectations are reposed in each one of you. The good work you are going to deliver in your respective states not only going to bring laurels to you and to your states, but also to our alma mater, that is CASFOS Coimbatore. On behalf of everyone present in this August gathering, I wish you all for a prosperous and successful professional career. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for the declaration of much awaited results and your blessings. It is indeed a great pleasure and privilege to have Shri L. Chandrasekhar, IFS, Additional Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Chief Vigilance Officer, Naval Lignite Corporation and Coal India Limited as the guest of honor for this function. Shri L. Chandrasekhar, IFS, belonged to 1997 batch of Indian Forest Service. A native of Tiruchirappalli, he graduated from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore in forestry. He has completed his PG diploma in public and management from IIM Bengaluru. He has done his PhD in forestry from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore. As part of forestry training programs, he visited USA, Finland, and Russia. He attended public administration module from Maxwell School of Public Policy, Syracuse University, USA. His area of specialization includes law enforcement in the field of forest and wildlife. Forest Policy and Forest Management, starting his professional career as Assistant Deputy Conservator of Forest in Kerala Forest Department in Thrissur Forest Division, as Divisional Forester Officer in Kothamangalam, Palakkad, Silent Valley National Park, North Wayanad and Paramikulam Tiger Reserve. He also served as Principal of Forest Training School at Valaya. On deputation to Government of India, he served as lecturer in Central Academy for State Forest Service, Coimbatore. After being promoted as Chief Conservator of Forest, Sir has served as CCF Social Forestry in Ernakulam. After that, served as CCCF Palakkad Territorial Circle and Custodian of Vested Private Forest, Kerala. Before assuming charge as Chief Vigilance Officer NLCIL, he worked as Deputy Inspector General of Forest in Integrated Regional Office of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Chennai. Sir has been awarded Terry Award for the Best Paper Presentation in MCT. He has published Impact of PFM in North Wayanad Forest Division for dissertation in PG PPM Bengaluru. May I now request Shri L. Chandrasekhar, IFS, to kindly address the gathering. Sir, please.
Thank you very much for a very long and formal introduction. Respected Hoffman, Revered Director of Forest Education, Principal of CASFOS, Control of Examinations, Post Director, faculty members, my teacher Dr. Kotishwaran, the senior most professor in the gathering Dr. Muruganathan, scientists from BSI and also SACON, Director of the ICFR Institute in the campus IFGTB Dr. Punji Kanambich, with whom I share a very long association. I was recollecting those days that I was a DFO way back in 2001. He came as a young scientist and I was hardly 22 years that time. We were walking into the teak forests of Kerala, not for research. There was a case in the High Court of Kerala. It was my first posting. We were walking around for finding some answers whether weeding should be done in the teak forest of Kerala or not. It is a mandate from the High Court of Kerala. My first association with him was way back in 2001. So we have a 21 years of association, science, research, and of course a lot of administrative issues also. Mr. Sridhar, Dr. Manoharan, Mr. Chandrasekhar, the staff of CASFOS with whom I share an umbilical connection, and the faculty members, I can promise you, ma'am and sirs, whoever has been in this academy right from 2015, I have shared a very good relation with them. I don't know, by God's grace, they all invite me occasionally. Of course, the principal is my batchmate, so he calls me occasionally, even otherwise I keep coming. Somehow because of this corona, I was not able to catch up with you. Once I came, I believe. I came for this vigilance, some lecture. I don't know whether this batch was there or some other batch was there. And the trainees of the passing out batch, the junior batch, trainees from Tamil Nadu Forest Academy, officers from Forest Department. It's really a privilege and pleasure to be here on this occasion with you all. Standing in this hall at this moment, my memory was going back 14 and a half years back. When I joined first this academy, I can remember the day even. It was in the month of April 2008, where I was standing in the same hall, which was not in this position. It was not in this shape. Dr. Punjikanan is nodding his head. He had seen it. The point I would like to tell you because of that narration is that whatever you see in this academy as of today, CASFOS, or for that matter, where I served earlier in my training institution in Bala, I was a director there for almost 2-3 years in my training academy, hardly 30 kilometers from here. They have a training school or forest department out here. Be it there or here or even what we call as TNFA today was SFRI, and this is SFS. This was SFS. When I joined in 2008, this was known as SFS. Now it's rechristened as CASFOS. Wherever I have seen, all these institutions, my dear friends, have been built brick by brick. And all have been built by the brain waves of the then faculty members, including the principal. My experience has been that the brain waves of the officers who are sitting here in front of me and also the officers who are sitting in the dais, everything has been planned to precision, and the academy, as you are seeing today, is because of the hard work of the faculty members and principals who have worked ahead of us and who are actually sitting here today. So the lesson for today, which I would like to tell you, is that wherever you are, be in Uttar Pradesh or Kashmir or Maharashtra or in Kanyakumari, wherever you are, try to endeavor to put what they call kaizen in Japanese technology. In every day, in every way, I am becoming better and better and better. Just try to improve half a centimeter of what you are today. Tomorrow you will be 1 centimeter above where you are today. So try to adopt kaizen in your policy. Since your controller of examination has told you something about Tirukural, I was not able to resist myself from telling another Tirukural, which is very close to my heart, which is very appropriate for young trainees, and also it suits my job. Now I am a chief vigilance officer and ethics is my 14 nowadays. The Tirukural goes something like this: Azhukkaru ava veguli innasol nandum izhukka endradar. I know that most of you may not follow it, I will translate it for your benefit. Azhukkaru means jealous, ava means desire, veguli means anger, innasol means hard words. He says, if you avoid all these four, you will be successful. Think about it, my dear friends. We call in Tamil Nadu, Tirukural is our Vedas. We don't call as Veda of Tamil Nadu. We call it as Ulaga Pudumare. Means it's the Veda of the world. So every couplet, 1330 couplets are words of wisdom of one great man who lived 2000 years ago. As assistant consultants of forest, as forest range officers, the challenges before you are plenty. I don't want to narrate what are those challenges. You all know it pretty well, FRA. But I would like to draw your attention to only one issue and try to analyze that fact before your August gathering, before this August gathering. This conservation versus development, which has been catching up in this country for long. As forest officers, you will be confronted with this question day in and day out. Our generation is slowly moving. I am in a position in life where the generation ahead of me is going away, fading away. My generation is now at the top. The next generation is slowly coming in. I feel that this is going to be the question for future. My suggestion, which I made to a group of forest officers last week, we cannot but avoid development. At the same time, conservation also should be at our heart. At the same time, be aware that howsoever hard you are going to push for conservation, the push from the other side is going to be equal magnitude. How are you going to, in your limited career of 20 years, how are you going to, arrest this trend of development and dovetailing with the aims of conservation? This is a food for thought for you. Then, almost 28 years have passed since I joined service. BT knows, Tirunavakar also knows that I was one of the, or rather I am the youngest forest officer in this country in my batch, and I am the youngest civil servant in the country in my batch in the entire civil service. So 28 years have passed, another 12 years are there in service. What I have understood, I try to summarize in 2 sentences. Be stern, but be polite. Problem is, when you become stern, you appear to be very abnormal to the other fellow who is sitting on the other side. Try to be polite. Be humane. Be cheerful always. Don't cow down before any particular threat. You will be getting a lot of threats. I am telling you. Lot of threats. Don't cow down before any threats. There is one fellow living up there, protecting every one of us if your intentions are good. So this is my summation of experience of 28 years in forest service. And if at all I can tell you something which you can take home when you go back to your cadres or your states, introduce technology wherever it is possible. If there is something which can bring down corruption and if there is something which can increase efficiency in the departments, either forest or anywhere else, it's only technology, and again technology. Introduce technology everywhere, bring down all sorts of intentions in the minds of all possible stakeholders. Finally, arm twisting and falsehood, don't think that will take you so far. I have seen so many young officers resorting to this. I have trained 10 batches of ACFs and range officers. I am seeing the career profiles. All of them are in touch with me. Those of them who have tried arm twisting and falsehood to go up the career progression, I know where they are. And I know the officer trainees who are now, I think some of them have even become conservators. I have seen their career profiles. Take it from me, it's not going to take you very far. Now, media and politicians, this is one area which will always be there with you in your professional career, unlike other services. Handle them with care. They are going to make or mar your career, profession, and your reputation. Your reputation travels ahead of you. So that's all, my sharing of my views with you. Now a simple request to our Honorable DFE who is here on all our behalf. Sir, our syllabus revision is pending for quite some time. What Goel said, I was a DFO, he was conservator. He made this 2002 syllabus. Still it's, yet to be revised. Kindly revise it. Our younger generation needs a fresh syllabus. I was very happy to hear that the rules are now the new rules are on the anvil. Another thing is that our pedagogy, sir, with the 7 years of experience in this academy, what I used to always feel is that our pedagogy has to change. The generation is changing. Our pedagogy has to change. Our notes of lesson has to change. Tours have to become theme-based. All our refresher courses especially have to become theme-based. It should be codified, modified, and more importantly, the input should have more of management-related aspects, and also it should cater to the emotional quotient of the officer trainees, which we are not giving adequate importance as of today. When confronted with a lot of emotional moments, I remember when I was sitting as a district forest officer in the just 40 kilometers from here was my first division, Palakkad was my first division. I was hardly 22 years when I was sitting as a DFO. A person who is a famous person in that state came and he was almost 65, 70 years. He was treating me as he was telling first sentence is, you are 10 years younger than my youngest grandson. So this is how he started the conversation. I don't have a problem even mentioning his name. He's one of the famous producers, film producers in that state. He started the conversation like that. So, unless the emotional quotient of the trainees are there, you are going to sit in a seat of authority. Whatever said and done, as a subdivision officer, when you are sitting in a seat of authority, your emotional quotient matters. How poised you are in your seat matters. So, I would like to request the DFE to introduce some syllabi wherever it is possible to introduce the concept of emotional quotient into the trainees' minds. Now, a couple of words to the junior batch. Fill your mind and soul with positive thoughts during this period of 1.5 years. That will keep you in good spirits and good stead. You fill your mind, you fill your soul, and also fill your stomach appropriately, because in future you may not have an occasion to. So, finally for the faculty members of this academy, what I should say, it's a very fair job and it's a very interesting job, I know for you. For sure you would have realized by now. But my word of, I will not say advice, my word of suggestion to all the faculty members is very simple. Be fair and be neutral. And finally, as they tell in Bible, be just. Be just to your trainees at all costs. That will maintain your relations with the trainees for all times to come. So, final word to our principal, who is my beloved friend and batchmate. This academy is fortunate to have him, one of the finest officers in my batch, and I'm seeing a lot of developments happening all around in this. My memory is filled with all those old things which were happening in this place, and I really appreciate him for all the things happening in this locality and environment. And I wish that God gives him full strength and spirit to develop this academy to the next level, with the blessings of our Honorable DFE and all the principal chief conservators of us who are supporting this institution by the trainees' money which they are contributing to this training and this training institution. Thank you for inviting me for this convocation as a guest of honor. It has really been an honor to be amidst you on this particular day. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words, suggestions, and blessings. Ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged and honored to share this unique moment with Srimati Mamta Sanjeev Dubey, IFS, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Head of Forest Force, Government of Uttar Pradesh, as Chief Guest for this convocation ceremony. Madam is a 1986 batch IFS officer of UP cadre, a BSc Honours from University of Delhi and MSc Forestry from FIR, Dehradun. Madam has worked in various capacities in the field of social forestry, forest management, protection training, wildlife conservation, and forest utilization. She has served in the states of both Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. Madam has served as Director of Kanpur Zoological Garden, Divisional Forest Officer in Forest Training Institute, Kanpur, and in the Office of Chief Conservator of Forest, Monitoring, Evaluation and Working Plan. As Conservator of Forest in Planning, Regional Manager and General Manager in Uttar Pradesh Forest Corporation. She has also served as Chief Vigilance Officer in Indian Railway Construction Limited. May I now request Srimati Mamta Sanjeev Dubey, IFS, to kindly address the gathering. Please, ma'am.
A very good morning to all. Mr. Bhardwaj, Mr. Chandrasekhar, Shri Thiru, and course director and the controller of examination, distinguished guests, staff of the academy, and the trainees who are going to join the service and the trainees who are hoping to join the service soon. I am really privileged to be here, honored, happy, and really looking at you, I feel that the future is in secure hands. My generation is phasing out. Mine happens to be the senior most batch, and we will be there with you till next year only. The next generation is right here. So all I can say to this generation and to this generation is that keep the communication channels open. The thing that I experienced in my service when we joined, our seniors were not very open to ideas. But what I see now, I see a lot of ideas right in front of me, and I expect a lot of openness behind me. And that is the way for the service to move forward. When you join in the field, Chandrasekhar has already told you what all you are going to face. My advice to you will be to embrace that challenge. Take pride in your service. Honor the profession that you have joined. Don't think some of you might have joined it out of compulsion, but now that you are here, you have completed 2 years of your service, embrace it. Challenges are there, difficulties will be there, but there is no fun in traveling on a straight road. So if you have a straight road, in order to get a sense of achievement, you might have to move on that road 10 times. Instead of that, choose a trek that might be difficult, only 2 kilometers, but when you reach the top, the sense of achievement, the sense of satisfaction is much greater. The challenges that you face are multifold. When we joined the service, managing the forest, making the plant, raising the plantations, raising the nurseries was all done in a very isolated kind of environment. There was a saying, "Jungle mein moor nacha kisne dekha?" We started our service in that kind of atmosphere. But today, jungle mein moor nacha aap dekhen ya na dekhen, public wala jarur dekh leta hai. So you are in full public view, and that is where your capability as an officer is tested day in and day out. We are facing very different kinds of problems, but we are also facing a lot of opportunities. Recently, our own Prime Minister, when he started in 2 or 3 of his speeches, he started talking about biodiversity. He started talking about climate change. He started talking about ecology. I think that's a challenge and that's an opportunity. The powers at the highest level of this country are realizing the importance of forest. But they also have a compulsion to ensure development takes place. Ours is an aspirational country. We have a lot of youngsters. You all are there. You also are hoping for the best in your life. And how do you get that best? So in order to get that best, you have to make some compromises. All I can say is that have a lot of passion, but also have a lot of pragmatism. Try to learn, and yours will be a very tightrope walk, but you need to learn that, and that comes with a lot of experience. I'll give you very practical tips when you go to the field. Keep in touch with your bosses, keep in touch with your subordinates. It's very easy to please your bosses. We usually focus on our bosses. We never focus on our subordinates. If you want to get things done, focus on your subordinates. If you want to get success in your career, measure it from the in terms of adulation and appreciation and respect that you get from your subordinates. Your bosses might be happy with your chanchagiri, but your subordinates will judge you on your performance, on your capability to understand their problems, on your capability to lead them from the front. An officer who sits in his office giving command is not respected. It is only an officer who stands there in the sun, in front of the raging crowds, in front of the stone-throwing, stone-pelting crowds, and tries to control, gives a shield to his subordinates. He is the one who is respected. So try to be that officer. Whether you are a range officer, some of you will be joining as range officer, most of you will be joining as ACFs. ACF is a very important post. Please learn to take pride in what you are doing. Don't hanker after the postings. Hanker after professional achievement. All of you have won very good, you have got very good marks, some of you have won medals. I see a lot of talent there. Please use it to further not only your cause, but also to improve the sector, the function of the sector, the function of the service. Let me tell you, now in the political circles, now in the bureaucratic circles, whether they say it or not, but they are realizing that if somebody can help them in mitigating the climate change, it is Forest Service and Forest Department. So you have to think beyond just nurseries and trees. You have to think in terms of managing the landscape, managing the ecosystems. You have millions of challenges. When we were there, planting a wetland was a very great thing. Today, you have to manage a wetland as a wetland. So there is no dearth of opportunities. There is no dearth of experimentation. You need to find that courage and that capability inside you. I will not take too much of your time. All I can say, you are most, at least those from the UP, you are most welcome. We have been looking forward to you for a very long time. All those who are from other states, I wish you all the best. Heartiest congratulations to all of you, and heartiest congratulations to medal winners. May you win more medals, more accolades. May you succeed in whatever you take up. May you succeed as an officer. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your thoroughly detailed words of advice and guidance. Your wonderful words will always remain as an inspiration to all the trainees passing out as State Forest Service officers. Books give a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to stage the release of literary achievement by our passing out SFS officers. In addition to the regular academic activities, CASFOS Coimbatore nurtures and churns out the hidden talent out of the officer trainees. For the release of literary achievement, I would like to invite my fellow OTs, Ms. Shri Joshi and Mr. Karthikeya.
Thank you, Pawan. A good book has the power to change the way you think and analyze. Books enrich us and provide us with ocean of knowledge. Now, without any further ado, we'll be moving to the release of publications by our officer trainees. The first in line is our academy magazine, Centorama. Our officer trainees from different states represent cultural diversity of India. They have amazing aptitude in literary and drawing skills. CASFOS Cultural and Literary Club always gives importance to hone these skills. Centorama is a unique blend of such works of our officer trainees. It is a collection of articles, photographs, sketches, memories and other experiences of the officer trainees of FRO batch 2021-22, SFS batch 2020-22 and SFS batch 2022-24. May I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Srimati Mamta Sanjeev Dubey, to release the magazine and other dignitaries to kindly join. I request President Officer Trainee Association, our Principal Sir, to hand over the copies to the Chief Guest and the guest of honor. Thank you, ma'am, for releasing the magazine and encouraging the efforts of our officer trainees.
Now, I would list down the names of the various publications and their authors are requested to join us on the stage for release of their books one by one. In this era, we as a forest department need to keep in sync with the changing technology. In this light, our officer trainees have worked in the field of geographic information system, which allows users to analyze and edit spatial information in addition to composing and exporting geographical maps. The works of our officer trainees has culminated into a book which through its 25 chapters will provide an easy approach to learn and practice QGIS. It will immensely help the field staff and forestry trainees to apply the remotely sensed data in forest management and conservation. The book is a result of consistent hard work under the guidance and mentorship of Shri V. Karthik, IFS. Shri V. Karthik is a 2009 batch IFS officer of Odisha cadre. He has been instrumental in establishing 2 GIS cells, one in Angul Forest Division and another one in Baliguda Forest Division in Odisha. He has also published the first fire atlas of Baliguda and he has established Butterfly Garden in Baliguda Forest Division. Officer trainees who have worked on this book are Suchita Sharma, belonging to Jammu Kashmir, is a postgraduate in botany. Pratiksha Kale of Maharashtra, a mechanical engineering graduate. Namrata Pandey of Uttar Pradesh has done BTech in mining engineering. Abhishek Kumar Rai of Uttar Pradesh is a graduate in electronics and communication engineering. N. Suresh Kumar of Tamil Nadu holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. Danish Khan of Jammu and Kashmir, who is a postgraduate in chemistry. May I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Srimati Mamta Sanjeev Dubey, to release the book and other dignitaries to kindly join in. Thank you, ma'am, and other dignitaries.
इसी क्रम में आगे बढ़ते हुए मैं सुचिता शर्मा को आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा, जो जम्मू और कश्मीर की प्रशिक्षु अधिकारी हैं। इनके द्वारा लिखित पुस्तक इम्पोर्टेंट NTFPs ऑफ उधमपुर फॉरेस्ट डिवीजन में जम्मू एवं कश्मीर के उधमपुर वन प्रभाग में पाई जाने वाली 20 महत्वपूर्ण NTFP प्रजातियों का संकलन किया गया है। पारंपरिक वनवासी भोजन, आश्रय और चिकित्सा जैसी अपनी बुनियादी सुविधाओं के लिए NTFP पर पूरी तरह से निर्भर है। इस विषय पर प्रकाश डालने का प्रयास इस पुस्तक में किया गया है। मैं प्लीज प्रशिक्षु अधिकारी सुचिता शर्मा द्वारा लिखित दूसरी पुस्तक मैक्रोफंगल डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ फॉरेस्ट कैंपस कोयम्बटूर में कैंपस से प्राप्त हुई 40 मैक्रोफंगल प्रजातियों का विवरण है। यह पुस्तक मैक्रोफंगल एवं मशरूम प्रजातियों की पहचान करने के लिए एक फील्ड गाइड का काम करेगी। मैम प्लीज डू द ऑनर्स। Thank you, ma'am, and big congratulations to the author of our works.
Our next author is Sri Animesh Govardhan, SFS officer of Chhattisgarh. His book, Turning Mine Dumps into Green Mountains, is a hands-on field guide on technical as well as biological reclamation of mine dumps based on his previous experiences in Coal India Limited. It will be useful for mine managers as well as foresters alike for mine dump reclamation, which is a highly challenging task. Ma'am, please kindly do the honors. Thank you, ma'am, and heartiest congratulations to the author. His another book, The Misadventures of a Forester, is a collection of thrilling and mysterious stories based on some of the unfathomed forest areas of Chhattisgarh. Ma'am, please do the honors. Thank you, ma'am, and heartiest congratulations to the author once again.
Protected area networks are those areas in which human occupation and exploitation of resources are limited. They play an important role in protecting the rich biodiversity of India. Our next officer trainee, Ms. Bhanupriya Parmasivan of Tamil Nadu, has authored a book, Protected Area Network of Tamil Nadu, which is a picturesque work with various fauna, national parks, tiger reserves, and sanctuaries of the state. Ma'am, please. Thank you, ma'am. The second book, Ramsar Sites in Tamil Nadu, tells us about Ramsar wetlands and their role in conservation of biodiversity of the region. Thank you, ma'am, and heartiest congratulations to the author.
The next work, Wildflowers of Kashmir, comes from the Valley of Kashmir, which is by Mr. Danish Khan, SFS officer trainee of Jammu and Kashmir. His book documents 32 floral species having medicinal properties. The ability to identify wildflowers can change the way one looks at flowers and may sow the seeds of a new hobby in budding minds. sir. अगली रचना माई टेल्स ऑफ वाइल्ड लाइफ पूजा लिमगांवकर महाराष्ट्र की प्रशिक्षु अधिकारी द्वारा रचित है। यह पुस्तक वन्य जीवन की रोचक दुनिया से प्रेरित है, जिससे लेखिका का परिचय प्रशिक्षक के क्षेत्र भ्रमण के दौरान हुआ था। प्लीज डू दी ऑनर्स। Thank you, ma'am, and congratulations to the glorious efforts of the author.
Next in line is the publication Medicinal Plants and Snakes of Balia Forest Division, Uttar Pradesh by Namrata Pandey, Officer Trainee of Uttar Pradesh. This work highlights species richness, species variability and its importance for human beings. Ma'am, please. Thank you, ma'am, and big congratulations to the author.
The next book in line is Field Observations by Ms. Pratiksha Kale, Officer Trainee of Maharashtra. This book is a collection of her observations during on-job training and discussions with senior staff and local people. Thank you, ma'am, and big congratulations to the author for her work.
Our final book release of the day is titled Protected Area Network of Uttar Pradesh by Mr. Anand Pushkar and Mr. Mayank Pandey, Officer Trainees of Uttar Pradesh. This is intended to network towards providing the readers a comprehensive exposure to the protected area network of Uttar Pradesh. Thank you, ma'am, and heartiest congratulations to all the authors for their work.
If you were successful, somebody along the line gave you some help. There was a great teacher somewhere in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time to appreciate the sincerity and dedication of the guest faculties of CASFOS Coimbatore. For this, I request Sri V. Thirunavakarasu, IFS Principal, CASFOS Coimbatore, to felicitate guest faculties. First, I would like to invite Dr. S.V. Koteshwaran, former Dean Agriculture Engineering College. Thank you, sir. Next, Sri R. Sridhar, Bachelor of Engineering, Electronics and Communication, Computer Faculty, CASFOS, Coimbatore. Thank you, sir.
Next, Dr. E. A. Muruganathan, Principal and Professor, retired. Dr. S. Manimaran, Chandrasekharan, Principal Scientist at Indian Institute of Soil and Water Conservation, Ooty, Field Training on Watershed Development.
Dr. Manohar. Dr. N.S. Manohar. N.S. Manohar.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Manohar sir to please come upon the stage.
Sri G. Chandrasekhar, DCF, retired. Srimati Ambika Sitaram, Director, Silverton, Coimbatore.
Director, Botanical Survey.
Next in line is Director, Botanical Survey of India. Sir. Director, IFGTB. We would like to facilitate Additional Director, TNF. Dinesh ACF Coimbatore for working plan support.
We thank the contribution of all our guest faculties.
Now I would like to invite Ms. Kapul to continue the program with memento presentation.
Thank you, Shivi. Now I would like to request Sri Anurag Bharadwaj, IFS, Additional Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Director of Forest Education, Dehradun, to kindly present the memento to the Chief Guest, Srimati Mamta Sanjeev Dubey, IFS Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Head of Forest Forces, Government of Uttar Pradesh, as a token of our affection. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Shri V.3. Navakarasu sir, IFS Principal, CASFOS Coimbatore, to kindly present the memento to Shri Anurag Bharadwaj, IFS Additional Principal Chief Conservator of College, as a token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. K. Anand, IFS Faculty, CASFOS Coimbatore, to kindly present the memento and the token of excellence. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite Shri V. Karthik, IFS Course Director 2020-22 SFS Batch, CASFOS Coimbatore, to kindly propose the vote of thanks. Sir, please.
So, good afternoon, one and all. So, it is indeed a proud moment to say a word of thanks. So, I would like to say a small experience before starting with this. So, I was in 2011 in a field training in Coimbatore, which is a highly infested Naxal area. Usually, very rarely senior officer visits there. Suddenly, my DFO called me up and they said, there is a review by secretary and you have to go and attend. So, it was 10, very cold, probationer. So, I was, then I went. Then I saw a madam, so Srimati Aparajita Sarangi madam, an IAS officer, full of energy and with lot of meticulous review she has done. Still it is in my mind, it has never left my mind. So that is the power of lady, and they say that when the madam goes, even if the politician goes and the madam goes, there will be more crowd to see the madam. So why I say this is, I got the same feeling when our respected PCC and half ma'am visited yesterday night. So when I was discussing with principal sir, so principal sir told we have to make madam interact. And madam gave a reply that I will interact in the night. So we were surprised with that. But when madam came, she was very lucid, very clear, there is a clarity of expression, very pinpointed, and very nicely she has done. And I will again remember this till my retirement, madam. Actually, all the lady officer trainees who say excuses, we are ladies, we need time, it's 9, it's 8, no. The first comes to duty. So, for the sense of duty and giving time, inspiring, motivating, presenting here and encouraging us, we thank you so much. Thank you. So, secondly, sir, our DFE sir, although the office is in Dehradun, so we consider you as our family, sir. So, there are times, I will say my personal experience. So, when I see somebody call, my hand, see the calls on the mobile, my hand used to say the senior officer. But in this DFE setup, anybody can call DFE sir. He is so approachable, so motivating, so considerative. He reviews, he guides, and he currently the guidance and motivation of DFE sir is there. Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming. And Chandrasekhar sir, if he doesn't have any grey hairs, so we can count him as tiny. That is the kind of energy that sir has produced. And really, sir, very enlightening and eye-opening speech. So, so thank you so much for coming, sir. Thank you, sir. And so let me also thank all the faculty members and my team who has shouldered and conducted this course so nicely. So thank you all the faculty members. I also thank all the guest lecturers, Director IFGTV sir, botany professor, and all those people who have come here, conducted the entire course, motivated and given them a learning. Thank you so much, sir. So it's a proud moment. and it's an emotional moment for me because my batch is passing out, right? So emotion is the word you must not have ever heard from my mouth in this entire 2 years. So this merciless, heartless and dash course coordinator is giving a last few lines for you before passing out. So please remember, when you feel tired, you remember our grassroots strike. You cried that day, so you will never cry. It was so tough and you have scaled it all on your own. Congratulations. When you feel you can't survive, you remember your jungle survival. They made you to sleep, they made sleep on the floor, they made you to revel on the river. So please remember that. When you feel it is tough in the field, you remember you are not the one who visited nursery and the land. You are the one who created the nursery, who created the plantation, and whatever seeds you have sown, now the tree is bearing the same seeds. You can go and take that seed also. So thank you so much. If you feel you are not capable, so preserve your certificates, medal, appreciation, laughter, and all the nicknames. Sometimes encourage. When you feel if you are done, then remember the Chakrata working plan exercise. Okay. So when you feel you have to repeat the things, then remember management plan exercise, how crucial it was. And so we hardened you, so we made you tough and skillful as much as possible from our side. But it is your zeal and enthusiasm that keeps you special, unique and shining. So thanks for everything and best wishes. We thoroughly enjoyed your presence. You are capable, obedient, and one of the best batch CASFOS have seen. All the best and congratulations. Now, so I would add one more point on our principal sir. This principal sir, DFE sir, has rightly pointed out. He is a chief architect. Sir, if you come 2 days before or 1 day before, you would see our principal sir will be arranging chairs, mic, he will be doing everything. And apart from that, one very good thing. So there were some issues related to publication of books. I was little upset. And I think our PD sir has conveyed that to our principal sir. He immediately barged in my room and he said, "Why are you upset? I am there." So this word of "I am there" is not told by many officers. Please remember, being an outside kind officer, I was searching this word with so many senior officers. I was there. For he told that word, then all these things comes from really. So the taking care is something which is very, very important. So we work in a far-flung area. Police doesn't have such kind of system. The forest have a beat system. So when we don't care for our people, when we don't use this word, "I am there," then it is going to be tough. And one more thing, I said a lot of no's to you. Medical certificate, so you have to bring medical certificate, no leave, no exemption, no. But I learned it very, very hard way. We should learn saying no. Saying yes is extremely easy. You will say out of fear, you will say out of ignorance, you will say out of anything, you will say yes. But no, saying no needs courage, knowledge, valor and confidence. Otherwise you cannot say no. If you want to learn something from us, say no. If it is not right. Okay. So then I would also like to thank the junior batch. They are with us till late night. They were arranging. I hope they will also come out in a very nice way. So I take this opportunity to thank Director IHDB sir, Director BSI, DFO Coimbatore, and they constantly support us for all the working plan and other exercise. And Principal Chief Conservator and Head of Forest Force, Chief Wildlife Warden of all the states, because without their support the tours are not possible. So I also thank the print and electronic media. I thank Dr. Rafi sir and his team for this YouTube live. I thank Mr. Munisami for arranging all this presentation and all other things. I thank all the office staffs. I thank the PT team, everyone. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. I am sure that the Central Academy for State Forest Service, Coimbatore, would have generously inculcated skills sincerely trained in forestry and groomed you all to deliver the best in the service of our nation and further humanity as a whole. We at CASFOS took this 24 months period to convert you from a rough academic into a tough forester. This convocation ceremony remarks another milestone successfully achieved by this institute. Like time and tide, never waits for none. The service by this premier forestry institute will go a long way in testifying its core competency. Think of the day you walk into the gates of CASFOS. 24 months pass by. Today, you will fly away from the ramparts of CASFOS Coimbatore to your own territories. That's it. But remember, you will leave from here, but you will never forget why you came here. This day, 22nd November 2022, belongs to our young officers. Officers, congratulations once again. Let the Almighty fill your hearts full of love and affection. In the end, remember, let's keep our promise to serve the nature and nation with zeal and enthusiasm. Surely, CASFOS will miss another 44 wonderful officer training in its diary. And thank you all for coming and blessing our trainees. We have come to the end of this convocation ceremony. May I now request you all to please stand up for our national anthem.
Jai 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 Jai